I don't know how you just turn that on every time. I forget. That's not.
This is the Schmo with the pro, with the number 4th ranked UFC Heavyweight Curtis Razor Blaydes in the flesh. International Fight Week, UFC 290. How we doing?
I'm doing great, man. Always a pleasure doing an interview with the Schmo.
Always a pleasure talking to a fellow Chicago Bears fan, man. We got a big lottery of picks, man. I see that. You got the Chicago Bears. Oh, plethora of picks. A whole lottery of picks that we got for that first overall pick. Looking good for our Bears, baby.
I have hope. I haven't had this much hope since 2011. It's been a minute. I got hope. I believe Fields is going to get better. I believe the O-lineman that we drafted out of Tennessee, I believe he's going to be decent. I like the receivers. Obviously, we got DJ Moore. I think you give Justin Fields a legitimate number 1 option. I don't know why he shouldn't be good. I'm not saying he'll be a Pro Bowler, but Pro Bowl-esque.
Hey, why can't he do what Jalen Hurts did? And by the way, 2011, that's the year you referenced. Was Jay Cutler our quarterback back then?
Yeah, but the offense was looking good that day. We had not a young, but a prime Brandon Marshall. We had the tight end, Martellus Bennett. We had the running back, Forte. We were decent. Our offense was decent. It was the defense and it was coaching that was the issue. But everything else, like I said, I haven't had this much hope since 2011.
Yes, certainly. Let's talk about you, my friend. Rumor mill is you and Jailton Almeida as your next opponent. When, where, what's the situation?
I don't know when. Most likely fall, like after Halloween-ish or around Thanksgiving. I don't know where, but that doesn't really matter to me. We can do it in Brazil. That was originally offered. It was in Brazil, but then they took that away. So I don't know, but wherever it is, I like the matchup.
But is this the matchup that finally gets you that opportunity to fight for the heavyweight strap, the heavyweight title, if you get your hand raised?
Probably not. I know after the last one, you can't come back after how I lost in the first round, beat somebody, automatically get a title shot. I know I have to beat Almeida and maybe another guy. Most likely another guy. I don't know who, but most likely I'll need back-to-back wins, back-to-back finishes.
What do you make of the video footage of Israel Adesanya, the middleweight champion, and John Jones? They were doing a little playful sparring. They seem to be chopping it away, chatting away, squashing the beef, looking like friends now. Heavyweight champion John Jones and middleweight champion Israel Adesanya.
I think it's nice. I think I would like in the future for MMA to get away from this misconception that you have to hate your opponent, you have to hate your division, you have to hate people in order to fight. I don't have to hate nobody to beat you up. I've never hated anyone I've ever fought. I don't think I've ever been hated by anybody I've ever fought. We don't need to have all this like F you and F your mom and all. We don't need that to be a legitimate sport. They don't do that in football. They don't do that in basketball. They don't do it in baseball. To be a legitimate sport, I think we need to get away from the crudeness of like this alpha energy, like F you all the time. I want to get away from that as a sport. And I think this is the beginning of it. Like John Jones and Izzy, those are 2 of the biggest names, biggest personalities we got in the sport. And if they can squash their beef, anyone should be able to squash their beef.
Is one of the top wrestlers in the heavyweight division. Who are your favorite wrestlers to watch in all of the UFC? Who's the cream of the crop for you, Mr. Razor Blaydes?
I think Oliveira, I know he's not known as a wrestler, but when he goes for takedowns, he gets them. I think he's one of the upper echelon. I call him a grappler. Who else? Obviously, the bantamweight. I'm drawing a blank with Merab. Merab, he's the best wrestler. We're talking just wrestling and MMA. It's Merab, hands down.
Well, that's why we got to see him and Cejudo dance. The Olympic gold champion against Merab. He's got like all these records in the bantamweight division for the wrestling.
Yeah, if they fight, they will really get to see who's the best fighter. I still believe that Merab, the pressure he brings, I think he'll be the one applying the pressure on Cejudo. If they do fight, I think he'll get takedowns on him. I think he'll surprise a lot of people with his wrestling.
See the future champion of the bantamweight division, Merab Dvalishvili?
On that one, I have mixed emotions because
Sandhagen is your guy.
I like Merab. I love Cory. I believe they both present different like issues in the cage, but obviously my heart a wrestler. I know that Merab can beat a lot of guys with his style. I do believe Cory is the most complete guy in that division, but Merab, he can win a boring, ugly, just like smush you against the wall type of. He can do that to anybody. We won't like to see it. I know people be booing, but he can win like that. He can beat anybody like that.
He's got a tough fight, though, Mr. Sandhagen, against Umar Nurmagomedov. August 5th, Tennessee, Nashville, man. That's going to be fireworks.
That's going to be a really good one. I was hoping to go to that one, but I got like family plans that weekend. But I believe Cory will be able to get the finish. I think I see a flying knee.
Flying knee, sees it.
I see a flying knee.
He predicts these things.
I predict these things.
Final message for all the Curtis Razor Blaydes fans out there worldwide.
Hey, I know the last one I didn't do so hot, but this next one I'm looking to get the finish. I want to set the record straight. I want to show the people I'm elite, and I get finishes.
The resurrection.
The resurrection. I like that. Yeah, the road to resurrection.
He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. International Fight Week. That's a big, big fist, by the way. We're out.